of the Ottawa City Commission's regular meeting, 10 o'clock on February the 19th. And welcome anyone in the office today, in our commission chambers today, and listening to us on Facebook Live or KOFO. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Mayor Wygand.
Here.
Commissioner Kaler.
Present.
Commissioner Crowley.
Present.
Commissioner Skidmore.
Present.
Commissioner Jorgensen.
Present.
Okay, all present. We'll all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance now and remain standing for Pastor Mark Hutton to give the invocation. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Mr. Mayor, Commissioners. Let us pray. Divine Creator, it is rightful for us to pause and to lift our hearts to you. We give you praise for this day, for the blessing of the breath that is in our bodies, for the blessing of the opportunity to serve you and to serve our community. God, I give you thanks for our mayor and our commissioners, for the way that you have gifted them and the abilities that they have to carry out service to your people. May they serve with a servant's heart, humble, being willing to listen and to put others first. We give you this day's docket. What is before them, may they consider with wisdom, with insight. May they listen with respectful ears to one another and with those who come before them. And may they weigh the decisions that they have to make so that they benefit all. God, we give you thanks for the blessing of this community, for this town of Ottawa, for our Franklin County, for the opportunity that we have to live in this place. Help us to continue to strive to make it a place that is truly inclusive and welcoming, a place where people are valued. God, we give you thanks for the blessing that you give us, for the blessing of your presence in our lives. So we give you thanks and praise in your precious name. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor. Do we have any public comments?
No one has registered.
Okay, we'll dispense with item A. This time I'd ask the commissioners for declaration. We want to do the consent agenda. Thank you, Commissioner. We have before us the consent agenda, which includes the 2020 cereal malt beverage license for Dollar General Store and past minutes. So do we have any of those? None of those.
Mr.
No
Mayor,
minutes today.
Yes.
I move that we approve the consent agenda as listed.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, motion carried. Okay, now for the declaration. At this time, I'd like to give the commissioners a chance to declare any conflict or communication they've had that might influence their ability to consider today's issues impartially. Okay, seeing none. Item 10.
Resolution appointing a non-voting member of the Land Bank of the City of Ottawa and setting the bond requirements for the treasurer thereof.
This resolution will ensure the land bank will be ready and fully functional to carry out its mission to help achieve the elimination of blight, the enhancement of neighborhood vitality and stability, the creation of opportunities for affordable and mixed income home ownership and rental maintenance of property values throughout the city, ordinance with the goals of the city's comprehensive plan and the encouragement of economic development. City manager will make a presentation.
So, Commissioners, several months ago, you adopted a land bank ordinance, and what that does real quickly is give the commission some flexibility when they are able to receive lots or they go buy property at a tax sale. They put this into the land bank. And for lack of a better word, you have some opportunities to set prices, restructure any existing debt, and help move those lots out on the open market so that they can be developed on in the community. So what this does is this says that the city manager is a non-voting member of the land bank. And remember, the board of trustees are the 5 of you, and it also sets the requirements for the treasurer. And I believe it's the same as what we have in the city now, and probably what I'm bonded for also. But it's just a procedural change for you. It's a procedural addition to make sure that when we do start giving lots, if we're able to purchase some lots and get them to the land bank, that we're ready to go.
Okay, any questions?
Just a clarification, for anybody that's maybe hearing this for the first time, the land bank is not being set up as a land grab or to take control over, but it's more as a necessity that has occurred because of previous actions. The county has had a tax sale in the past, and all the lots, say, of the Cove up by American Eagle were presented at that tax sale, but there was no bids against that for various number of reasons. But if our public is to get some benefit of paying off bonds that have previously occurred, the city will have to take ownership of those lots and then sell them to recoup any bond payments that have been made in the past. Is that correct?
That's an important distinction, Commissioner Jorgensen. And as you said, this is not making us, we are not going out and starting to buy property. This has a very specific, narrow focus, and that is on lands that are on property that were either, sometimes we are gifted lots for a number of reasons. Sometimes we buy lots at tax sale for a number of reasons, and that's what the purpose of this is for those lots that are orphaned out there, for lack of a better word.
But you could say the land bank is kind of a facilitator between the owner and the buyer on certain land that's out there.
No, we're the owner. We're going to be the owner. When
Right.
it comes into the land bank, we're going to be the owner, and the land bank will take a look and we'll talk about how we restructure debt if that's important, and we'll talk about how you sell those lots
Okay.
in the future so that everybody has a transparent chance at it.
Okay, thank you.
If I may add on to what Commissioner Jorgensen said, I think that sometimes this can sound like a really convoluted process, although I do want the public to know that you can certainly reach out to any of the commissioners and they can explain that to you, as can anybody in City Hall, and I would start with the city manager's office, so that we can explain to any citizen who may be concerned about what a land bank is and what a land bank serves as a purpose. We can certainly do that.
And I believe if somebody wants a copy of that ordinance, it's likely on our website,
It
right?
is.
Or you can ask the city clerk, and she will happily get you one.
Yes, she will.
She
And
will get you one.
for our bankers listening, it's not a new bank coming to town. This is simply just a vehicle where we can efficiently liquidate lots that are heavily indebted
Yeah,
to the
we're-
public.
We're going to go ahead and take deposits and pay interest.
No. And also,
Or make loans.
well, will it include also, I guess, our properties that we've demolished homes and then have vacant land? Would it include in that? It's not part of that, okay.
Not-
We'd have to acquire
Not unless
them.
we acquire those.
Okay,
And it comes in to the land bank.
I got you, okay.
Okay,
Mr. Mayor,
yes.
I move that we approve the resolution appointing a non-voting member to the land bank.
And the one voting member is,
The city manager.
do we need to name the non-voting member?
It's listed in the resolution.
Oh,
It's
okay.
your
So it's
city
in the
manager.
resolution
It's
that
listed.
Richard will be.
U.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any other discussion? None? Please call the roll.
How do you vote, Commissioner Kaler?
Yes.
Commissioner Crowley?
Yes.
Commissioner Skidmore?
Yes.
Commissioner Jorgensen?
Yes.
Mayor Wygand?
Yes. Motion approved.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Moving on. Number 11.
Automatic aid agreement between Lincoln, Ottawa Harrison Township's Fire Department, LOH, and Ottawa Fire Department.
This agreement is to improve the fire protection services and provide mutual assistance in the event of the need for those services. And Chief?
Mr. Mayor, Commissioners, good morning. We studied this last Monday or a week ago Monday on an automatic aid agreement with, for short, LOH Fire District. Those are the three districts that surround Ottawa. And in the past, we've really have done, tried to do a good job in training with those folks and getting them used to how we do things and vice versa. And so this is the appropriate move. I've talked with LOH Chief Alan Durbin and some of their board members, their fire board members, and it makes sense on both sides of the line, if you will, that this is a good move. And so what will happen is, this is only on structure fires, so if we get a structure fire within the city, automatically LOH will come into the city and staff our stations. If we see that they're needed at the fire scene, then we'll make that adjustment and they'll go out there. And then vice versa, if they have a structure fire out in the county within their district, we will send a truck out there, automatically aid them in their structure fire. We will not leave the city unprotected. We have callback, and we will have the city protected. There'll be some cost, just with everything, overtime and stuff for the city fire. We ran some numbers. They had 3 structure fires within their district last year, so we're not talking about a huge number of fires. But I think it's, in the past, the mutual aid was written if there was life in danger or significant property, that we would automatically go. So this is on all structure fire calls. We automatically go, they automatically come into town. So for the citizens, you might see LOH trucks staffing our stations or on the scene of a fire. It's just we're helping each other out because of manpower issues, and it's a win-win for both departments.
So this is more or less formalizing what chances are we've been doing quite a bit of anyway.
Yeah, so what we've been doing prior was we had to call to make that request for them to come in. And so now it's just automatic. But yes, we've been doing it for a long time, and it's just, this is a little bit quicker, so we can get some folks on the scene a little bit quicker, but.
Okay.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I move to approve the automatic aid agreement as described in item 11, and to authorize the appropriate official to sign the agreement.
Okay, thank you. We have
I'll second that.
been moved and seconded. Any other discussion? Please call the roll.
How do you vote, Commissioner Jorgensen?
Yes.
Commissioner Taylor?
Yes.
Commissioner Crowley?
Yes.
Commissioner Skidmore?
Yes.
Mayor Wygand?
Yes, motion carries. Thank you,
you.
Chief. Item 12.
Kansas Department of Transportation, KDOT, Federal Funds Exchange Program for 2020.
This voluntary program allows local public agencies to exchange federally allocated dollars in a specific federal fiscal year with KDOT in exchange for state transportation dollars. The city would receive $237,893.29 in the exchange. These funds will be placed into the Special Streets Fund. Michael Hayfley.
Good morning, Mayor and Commissioners. The Federal Funds Exchange Program, as was mentioned, is a voluntary program. In the past and this year, the cities and counties are able to either take that money and bank it for 3 years to help fund a major project, or they can exchange it and use it immediately for projects that they have going on in the current year. What I do want to bring up is last year, the state did not give us the option to bank anything. Last year, they told us we either exchanged it or we got nothing. We couldn't bank it. So we have traditionally in the past exchanged the funds to help with our street rehabilitation program every year. As noted in the memo, the amount that we would receive is $237,893.29. That is a reimbursement for what we spend. So once we get contracts for mill and overlays or any other street rehabilitation, that we're going to do, as soon as we have those contracts locked in, we can submit for reimbursement.
Okay. Anybody got any questions on that? That is an increase over what we previously had.
Yes,
past years.
thank you, Mayor. Yes, this is an increase over what we've received in the past. Typically, we receive somewhere around $130,000 to $140,000. The memo that we got from KDOT that was in the packet Monday evening showed that, or last Monday, not this Monday, but anyway, showed that this is a one-time adjustment.
Excellent.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I move that we participate in the federal funds exchange program as we just heard, and authorize the appropriate official to sign the document.
I second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any other comments or questions? Hearing none, please call the roll.
How do you vote, Commissioner Skidmore?
Yes.
Commissioner Jorgensen?
Yes.
Commissioner Kaler?
Yes.
Commissioner Crowley?
Yes.
Mayor Wygand?
Yes. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next is report by city manager.
So Commissioners, a reminder that the WE conference is tomorrow at Ottawa University. The times are 2 p.m., 7 p.m. It's about diversity in the community, and we are a sponsor of that in partnership with OU.
Okay. City commissioner report. Mike, you got
I have
anything?
nothing.
Nothing
Commissioner
today.
Wilson? Mr. Kaler?
None at this time.
I have
Commissioner
none.
Gurley? Okay, and I have nothing also. I do have some announcements, though. Joint city-county USD meeting is today at City Hall here at 12. The 24th, next Monday, a study session at 4 p.m. here at City Hall. March the 2nd is also a study session on a Monday, 4 o'clock. And March 4th is our next regular meeting. There's nothing else come before this meeting. We will call adjournment.